You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Monday, the 14th of July. India-China seek to deepen thaw in relations ahead of SCO foreign ministers meet. Preliminary report on Air India crash points to fuel switch flipping before engine failure. And Baloch leader exposes Pakistan Army's atrocities in Balochistan. And now for all the details. Ending a 5-year hiatus, India's Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar arrived in China for the SCO Foreign Ministers meet. In bilateral talks with Chinese Vice President Han Zheng, he called for continued normalization of ties, recalling the meeting between India's Prime Minister Modi and China's President Xi Jinping last year that improved relations. Jaishankar expressed confidence that his visit would keep that positive trajectory. He was scheduled to head to Tianjin after talks with Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi. Relations began thawing after the October 2023 disengagement of troops at the final border standoff sites following years of tension. However, China has raised concerns over the Dalai Lama's succession. Chinese embassy spokesperson Yu Jing, referring to Tibet as Xizang, called it a thorn and burden in ties, warning that any remarks over that region will definitely end up shooting oneself in the foot. She reiterated that the Dalai Lama's reincarnation is an internal affair of China. India has remained neutral, but Minister Kiren Rijiju, who sat beside the Dalai Lama during his recent birthday event, said, as a practicing Buddhist, I believe only the spiritual guru and his office have the authority to decide on his reincarnation. And 1 month after the deadly air crash in Ahmedabad that killed over 250 people, India's Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau has released its preliminary report. The report states that the engines were starved of fuel shortly before the crash, as the fuel cutoff switches flipped almost simultaneously. Cockpit audio revealed one pilot questioned the other about cutting off the fuel, who denied doing so. Experts say the switches can't be moved accidentally. The flight was commanded by Captain Sumit Sabharwal, who had an experience of 15,638 flight hours, while his co-pilot Clive Kunder had 3,000 plus hours of flight experience. At the crash site, both switches were found in the run position, and signs suggested both engines attempted to relight before the low-altitude crash. The report confirmed the aircraft complied with all airworthiness directives and noted a 2018 FAA advisory on the switch's locking feature. However, the FAA recently stated the issue does not pose an unsafe condition, a view echoed by Boeing. Air India AI-171, a Boeing 787 Dreamliner, was en route from Ahmedabad to UK's Gatwick with 230 passengers, including former Gujarat CM Vijay Rupani and 12 crew members. It crashed shortly after takeoff, killing all but one on board, along with 19 others on the ground. While the final report is awaited, the families of victims have demanded accountability to prevent such incidents.
What the report seems to be suggesting is the error with the chip. It's as simple as one chip not working properly, losing contact. Once you lose contact, it's kind of how electricity works. The signal works. It's not contacted properly. It's because of the thermal cycle is in a warm condition. It's been worked very hard, like your laptop stops working, basically giving you the blue screen of death we call on Windows. It doesn't command the fuel to be in a run position, even for a split second. The fuel stops for a couple of seconds, and the engine will start decelerating.
डेली 10 मिलियन लोग फ्लाइट में मुसाफर करते हैं, तो ये भी एक काफ़ी बड़ा ये फिगर है। तो अगर हम लोग इसको लापरवाही से लेंगे, अगर फ्यूचर में कुछ एक्शन ना लेंगे, तो कभी भी ऐसी दुर्घटना हो सकती है। क्योंकि मैंने तो मेरे घर के मेरे माता पिता को मैंने घुमाया है, तो मैं चाहता हूँ कि फ्यूचर में कोई फैमिली अपनी फैमिली मेम्बर्स को ना घुमाए, उसके लिए उसके ऊपर कड़क से कड़क एक्शन लेना चाहिए। मैं सरकार से और जांच एजेंसी के यही आशा रखता हूँ।
In Balochistan, a fresh wave of armed resistance has exposed Pakistan's brutal crackdown on dissent. Baloch leader Qazi Dad Muhammad Rehan has called out the Pakistan army for genocide and war crimes. We have a report.
Qazi Dad Muhammad Rehan, Information Secretary of the Baloch National Movement, has accused the Pakistan Army of committing genocide and mass atrocities in Balochistan as he hailed the launch of Operation Balm, a coordinated guerrilla offensive by the Baloch Liberation Front, calling it a bold assertion of Baloch resistance.
जंगी पैगाम से ज्यादा मैं समझता हूं एक सियासी पैगाम है, पॉलिटिकल मैसेज ज्यादा है कि बीएलएफ ने यह दिखाने की कोशिश की है कि पाकिस्तान दुनिया को यह दिखा रहा है कि मेरे पास बलूचिस्तान को कब्जे में रखने की ताकत मौजूद है और बलोचों के पास इतनी ताकत नहीं है कि मेरे इस कब्जे को चैलेंज कर सकें। लेकिन बाम ने यह साबित किया है कि पूरे पाकिस्तान में पूरे बलूचिस्तान में पाकिस्तान का कोई रेट नहीं है। समाचार अगर उस रेट को सड़कों पर नहीं आते तो उनकी अपनी पॉलिसी है, अपनी हिकमत अमली है और जब भी सड़कों पर आना चाहे और पूरे बलूचिस्तान में अपनी रेट दिखा सकते हैं कि ये पाकिस्तान के पास नहीं है। ये मैसेज हमारे दोस्तों के लिए भी है, ये मैसेज हमारे दुश्मनों के लिए भी है कि मित्रों शत्रुओं ये देखो कि बलूचिस्तान बलूचों का है, ये बलूचिस्तान पंजाब और पाकिस्तानियों का नहीं है।
Qazi slammed the Pakistan Army for enforced disappearances, terming it a systematic war crime targeting civilians, students, and activists. He said the world must speak out against these crimes that violate international law.
जबरी गुमशुदगी का एक तरीका पाकिस्तान ने इख्तियार किया है, वो तो क्राइम अगेंस्ट ह्यूमैनिटी है, वो इंसानियत के विरोध एक जुर्म है। वो सिर्फ एक शख्स के ऊपर आप नहीं कर रहे हैं, ये डिक्लेयर किया गया है। अक़वाम मुत्तहिदा ने, यूनाइटेड नेशंस ने इस बात को एक्सेप्ट किया है कि अगर आप किसी को अपहरण करके उसको गायब कर दें तो ये एक तरह से आप क्राइम कर रहे हैं। पूरे में हम तो कहते हैं कि इस पर सिर्फ बलूचों को नहीं बल्कि सारे लोगों को बोलना चाहिए।
The BNM activist also condemned the China-backed CPEC projects, saying billions are invested, but Baloch remain dispossessed. Calling Pakistan's politics a tool of cultural genocide, he reiterated BNM's call for full independence and international recognition.
And while speaking at an event in Florida, US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth criticized the then Biden administration's 2021 withdrawal from Afghanistan and called the decision tragic and catastrophic failure that weakened America's global standing. He further said that the chaotic exit not only claimed the lives of 13 US service members and 170 Afghan civilians, but also emboldened adversaries worldwide. According to Afghan news agency Khama Press, Hegseth confirmed that the American Department of Defense will further continue to investigate into the withdrawal's failures through 2026. The Defense Secretary also said that if the Afghanistan disaster had not happened, the Ukraine war likely wouldn't have either. He said that the Afghanistan retreat projected vulnerability, setting a precedent that ultimately encouraged Russia's Ukraine invasion. Earlier in May, the Department of Defense announced a comprehensive review of the 2021 US withdrawal from the chaos-hit state to provide accountability and transparency. The United States Armed Forces completed their withdrawal from Afghanistan on 30th of August after the swift siege of the country by the Taliban. The then US President Joe Biden's popularity suffered a huge downfall after the recapture of Afghanistan by the Taliban and the collapse of Ashraf Ghani government. Moving on, Bangladeshi human rights activist Rabindra Ghosh has raised concerns over the alleged ethnic cleansing of Hindus and the government's inaction. He criticized the UNIS-led interim government for failing to protect minorities from Islamic fundamentalism, claiming forced conversions, torture, and intimidation are ongoing. Ghosh said his organization, Bangladesh Minority Watch, has appealed for help, but authorities remain silent. While his group provides shelter and aid, the issue persists due to lack of intervention. He urged the international community to step in and called for punishment of the perpetrators, citing impunity as a major hurdle. Ghosh also signaled Pakistan and China's involvement behind the atrocities against Hindus in Bangladesh. We have received information suggesting that China is behind this and Pakistan is also providing assistance. Pakistan has consistently supported the Bangladeshi Muslims, with their people and army arriving to help Muslims against Hindus, he stated.
Houses of the minority Hindus have been burned to ashes. As a result, the Hindus are not in a position to stay in their own house. And as a human rights defender, we have gone there, we have investigated the matter. 2,336 incidents in the meantime occurred during the period of Dr. Yunus.
And thousands of devotees in India gathered at temples to offer prayers to Lord Shiva, the Hindu god of destruction, to seek his blessings on the first Monday of the monsoon month of Shravan. The Mondays of Shravan are considered to be one of the most auspicious days as per the Hindu calendar. As part of the rituals, devotees offer milk, bilwa leaves and honey to the Hindu god. It is believed that praying to Lord Shiva during Shravan brings luck and prosperity. From the early hours of the morning, long queues formed outside Shiva temples as men and women gathered carrying pots of water or milk for the ceremonial abhishek or ritual bathing of the Shivling. Temples in Varanasi, Ujjain, Haridwar and Deoghar witnessed a sea of devotees chanting Har Har Mahadev and Om Namah Shivaya, with many observing fasts throughout the day. The month of Shravan, which typically falls between July and August, is associated with penance, devotion and spiritual renewal. According to Hindu mythology, it is during this month that Lord Shiva drank the poison that emerged during the churning of the cosmic ocean, saving the universe from destruction. Hence, worshipping him during this time is believed to please the deity and help cleanse one's sins.
बस पहली सोमवारी है, बस आए हैं जल चढ़ा रहे हैं बाबा की अर्जी को लगाने, मांगना कुछ नहीं है, बस ऐसे ही रखें बाबा सही सलामत सभी श्रद्धालु को. कितना उत्साह है, बहुत ज्यादा.
That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.